p.m. So he knew that the boy would be waiting in the sitting room. So he started to sneak through the back door to the bedroom. Ili alale, kesho kabla kijana hajaamka amepotea. Men have those kind of tactics. So indeed he went. The boy waited in the sitting room until he slept. So the mother carried him to his room. But kids can also be smart, if not smarter. Saa 11 asubuhi kabla baba hajaamka, mtoto yuko kwa mlango anagonga. Daddy, did you come? Oh, yeah, I came. Come in. Can I come in? Yes, come in. Did you bring me an orange? So the father says, he has written that when he looked at his son's expectation, he could not imagine telling the boy no. He decided to lie. Yes. And the boy did something that shocked him. The boy started jumping and running out of the bedroom, screaming and saying, I have an orange! Until the father was convinced that the boy has an orange. So he followed the boy. Oh, you have an orange? Where is it? Then the boy looked at the father. But you have said I have an orange. Oh, yes, you have an orange. It is in the cupboard. If you are the father, what would you do? Absalom, what can you do? You have hanged yourself. What can you do? What will you do? Brother Tony? Yes. Oh, utafanya nini? But you have said you can't cover the lie with the truth. So, what will you do? The boy strongly believes. Fathers know this. There is nothing more terrible than your child losing trust in you. Oh, you have lost it. That boy, he will not even start playing and jumping on your back again, and you are doing like a donkey. You will just notice he's not. Kuja upande kama anaenda huko. He no longer trusts you. To win him back to you is not a joke. And you are in that condition. What will you do? Because you don't want to say what you do, this is what I'll tell you. You will do a miracle to make sure there's an orange there. And that's what Evans did. Now, don't ask me which miracle did he do. Whatever he did, he ensured by the time the boy went to the cupboard, there was an orange. If human beings, as sinful as they are, never want to let their children down who are believing in him, you think God, a holy God, seeing you struggling with the faith, will let you down? Never. At least in my life, I've never seen him do that. Not even once. And we learned people have a problem. We don't want to believe. We want to reason scientifically. Reasoning like this. No, this doesn't make sense. Whenever I have an opportunity to believe, let me believe, let God be the one with the burden to let me down if he wants. Mine is to believe. You'll be shocked. Unless you are believing a lie. Believing a lie or believing in something that is not biblically relevant is called presumption. Presumption is like magari yanapita kwa barabara namna hivi, and you want to believe that you'll jump on the road and God will save you. So you want to believe that. That's called presumption. But Jesus himself said in Luke 11:22. Let's read that one. Luke 11:22 to 24. Luke 11:22 to 24. It says, oh, it's Mark. Sorry, Mark. Mark 11:22 to 24. Okay, it says, so Jesus answered and said to them, have faith in God. Verse 23, for assuredly I say to you, whoever says to this mountain, be removed and be cast into the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that those things he says will be done, he will have whatever he says. Verse 24, therefore I say to you, whatever things you ask when you pray, believe that you receive them and you'll have them. My friend, Paul speaks about the good fight of faith. Faith, believing, is the greatest battle. Not struggling to be holy. That's nothing. Believing. Because when you believe, nothing is impossible. When you believe, nothing is impossible. When you believe, what you are imagining is impossible. That thing is not anymore impossible. When you believe, try to think about putting God. Of course, I told you that when you are praying, needs that have to do with family welfare and church, the closer they are to family welfare and church, the more you can be sure that prayer is going to be answered. But we also have other issues in life. It may not be directly, but God knows that it will affect, because your life is a life of faith, a life in a life of church, and so on. Believe that this is going to happen, and make sure that when it happens, it will have some significance with the mission of the church and the family. That is a very important condition for answered prayer. Because if you don't, you just pray for anything, you want to have a promotion, and that promotion has nothing to do with God and the church. So surely, for what reason do you want God to promote you? And God has a business in the world. The business is the church. The church is preaching the gospel. And now you are asking God to promote you and make you the manager of KCB, the manager of Calro. But that promotion, haujaifikiria vile utaitumia hiyo promotion kuendeleza kazi ya Bwana. If God says yes to your prayer, then he will be supporting irresponsibility. Unaona? So, we are not just saying believe in anything. No. It must be within the context of biblical teachings. Within the context of biblical teachings. If you want to get married as a second wife, for example, we Adventists teach that you should have one wife. And you should not get married as a second wife if the husband has a first wife. And now you are believing that somebody's husband is going to marry you. That's not belief. It is presumption. You believe so strongly, you will be disappointed. So we are restricting our faith within biblically relevant things. Biblically relevant things. However, you have to start. Ellen White says that if you want to have faith, begin by believing. If you want to believe, begin by believing. Now, I wanted us to move to that point through asking of questions, but since you got you or and then let me ask this question, since we are dealing with faith. What should I do to have faith? Remember, faith is also mysterious. It can refuse to come.